Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today, it's Thursday, November 9th, 2023. Number 1, the U.S. House voted this week to censure Democratic Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. Members of both parties condemned the rhetoric of the Michigan representative regarding the Israeli-Hamas war. The only Palestinian American and one of only 3 Muslim Americans in the House of Representatives was punished for using a phrase used by Hamas that Jewish groups view as a call to destroy Israel. Number 2, in a surprising and thought-provoking turn of events, former President Barack Obama weighed in on the Israel-Hamas conflict during a recent interview on Pod Save America, hosted by his former aides. The conversation shed light on the complexities of the long-standing conflict and emphasized the need to acknowledge the shared responsibility that the world bears for the ongoing violence. You have to admit that nobody's hands are clean, that all of us are complicit to some degree, Obama said, referencing the ongoing conflict between Palestine and Israel. Number 3, adult children who have one parent with dementia and the other as the caregiver should consider what is in the best interest of each parent when planning events. For example, while children might long to visit their parents with their families on one special day for the sake of tradition, that might be the last thing the caregiver desires. Structure and routine are important for a person with dementia, and sometimes it's best for the loved one to stay at home and receive visits of 30 minutes or less from a small number of guests stretched out over a period of days. Number 4, Chicago CBS News analyzed 20 years of crime data connected to every crime victim in the city and found that 1 in 3 victims is a black woman, which is equivalent to 33% of all crime victims. Alderperson Gilbert Villegas of Chicago's 36th Ward is now looking into creating a task force to study the effect of crime on black women in Chicago and will open the task force discussions to the public. Once members of the task force are gathered, the alderman said the real work can begin. Number 5, the youth mental health crisis has been increasing over the last few decades, and experts now point to a potential factor, a lack in play in general and an independent playtime. Among the many contributing factors is that children are less likely to walk to school with friends, less likely to play at school as recess gets shorter and children spend more leisure time on screens, often saying they prefer electronic games to playing outside. In fact, the average daily recess time in elementary schools in 2016 was only 26.9 minutes, with some schools offering no recess at all. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Sleep is so important. Did you know, for example, that adequate sleep helps reduce inflammation in the body, which is a factor in heart disease? Join me today, live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, with our mental health and wellness contributor, Aprilette Russell, as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, the American Heart Association and Black Health Matters. Barbara Scotia College, an HBCU in Concord, North Carolina, needs our help. The What You Need to Know team is asking supporters, alumni, and friends of Barbara Scotia to help them meet their immediate and pressing needs by donating to help Barbara Scotia rise. Please join the donors from around the world who are stepping up to save one of the nation's oldest HBCUs. Please visit SybilWilkes.com for more information. And check out a celebration of Black filmmakers rooted in the HBCU culture. It starts tomorrow, November 10th through the 12th at Howard University's Blackburn Center. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.